Hi, I'm Srini, and in this video, I'm going to explain about the Frost Maiden Doomstak, which I posted a video a couple of days before. And in this video, I'm going to showcase the traits for the Frost Maidens and their equipments, items, whatever it is, and also what you got in the end eventually. So if you haven't seen that video, so make sure to check that one before jumping into this video. So I'm going to explain the thing which happened in that video actually. So the things where Katarin had like more than 115 somewhere around the mark, 117 melee attack, I think so, 117 melee attack and 81 up to 81 melee defense, and every single one of these guys have more than 70 to 80 melee attack, and we are having more than 60 melee defense on each and every single of them. The Patriots had around 90 melee attack and they were having around 70 melee defense as well. So how those things happened, and this army took down 3 of Valkyria's forces, right? So they faced up against 3 Valkyria's forces in the battle, and we came out on top, took some damage on a couple of my Frost Maidens in the end, but I would have easily negated them, so I wasn't doing a proper job while fighting the battle. So I was just checking the stats and I was going in blind. I haven't tested this Frost Maiden Doomstak before that video actually. I totally forgot about the debuffs and buffs. I wanted to see what's going how they're going to handle those stuffs without the debuffs, most of the debuffs. I didn't do a proper job with that battle, but if I had done a proper job, that would have easily beaten like Valkyria like crazy, those armies like crazy. Anyway, let's jump in here and see what we are having. For this Doomstak to work, you need at least we had 3 of them mirror of the Equipment. This is the heart of this Doomstak. You need more of this stuff, but I managed to get up until only 3. So yeah, I managed to get only 3 for this entire campaign. After 120 turns, I think so, I haven't gotten any single one of this mirror of the skin. Look at the stuff here. I got a lot of the blue stuffs over here, but except only 3 mirror of the skin. So I needed more stuffs for. There are a lot of stuffs which I'm going to showcase you guys, right? So there are a lot of blue stuffs for Kislev, sorry. So blue stuffs for Kislev, which works in a blob, and they work in a blob, and also they work in army composition. With what we are having right now, so just like with the Snow Leopard Doomstak. So if you haven't checked out Legend of Total video of Elemental Blade Doomstak, this is what I done throughout this campaign. So each and every single of them, every single of the Doomstak is from the beginning. So I haven't touched with the Kozar stacks. I haven't went for the Kozar stacks except for up on Katarin's army up until I have reached level tier 3. Sorry, so tier 3 in Kislev. Until I unlocked Snow Leopards from tier 3 building, I was using Kozars. After that, I was using Snow Leopards only. So Snow Leopard Doomstak. I have explained it before. If you are not familiar with why I'm going with the Snow Leopard Doomstak, it's due to the fact I love Kislev magic, and Kislev magic works in an specific condition, and specific conditions can be obtained through the Snow Leopard Doomstak. They are pretty kind of cheap. So look at this upkeep here, 3 days on there. And they do have healing and all these stuffs. I'll explain it properly in a single separate video. Yeah, separate video. I will explain it in a separate video. So why this Doomstak work and why I went for this one. But the thing is, you need to keep in mind. So Kislev magic works in a blob. So to create a blob, you need some sort of this specific kind of Doomstak anyway. So that's the reason I went for Elemental Blade Doomstak as well. Now, so for the actual video. So you need a Mirror of the Skin. We are talking about this one, right? So Mirror of the Skin does damage per second, 16 to 32 damage. It acts as a mortar's engine, and the effect range is 35 meters. So effect range is 35 meters inside a blob. So everything with Kislev, like the magic stuff here. So if you can check it over here, I should works. That's fine. So 55 meters there, I should 55 meters in range, and Crystal Sanctuary kind of works in the effect range of 35 meters as well. And Heart of Winter works in a range of 30 meters. So everything for Kislev, even the Patriots stuffs anyway. Where are the Patriots? So even the Patriot stuffs over here, they work in 35 meters range. There you go. So 35 meters range, and we do have Enduring Devotion over here, 35 meters range. So those buffs and debuffs kind of works in under a small under a blob. So that's the reason I went for full on Snow Leopard Doomstak and this one here, as well as the Elemental Blade Doomstak. Elemental Blade Doomstak, they are pretty much tough to keep it in a blob, but they can be managed anyway. So Mirror of the Ice Queen does have damage per second, 16 to 32 damage every second, and effect range is 35 meters, and affects enemies in range all. It will be enabled if in a melee. So if Katarin goes into melee, this thing will trigger. So I usually managed to get around with the Heart of Winter combined with the Mirror of the Ice Queen. I was able to do more than 100k damage per every battle with Katarin, and you can able to. I have seen more than 200k damage, so 200k damage there, but it's tough to achieve right now. So since Heart of Winter kind of got a small nerf, so they had a small nerf after Immortal Empire dropped out. I have used Heart of Winter before, so they had a slightly nerfed anime, since they have to balance it out, right? So with the other factions, so they got some slightly nerfed, but I need to see them back to their full strength before what we had before. So Crystal Magic is pretty much already weak, so Ice Magic is mostly weak, as well as the Tempest Magic. So same thing happened with the Tempest Magic as well. I have seen more damage in Realm of Chaos map when compared to the Immortal Empire's map. Hopefully it will hopefully they will balance it out, figure it out anyway. But I need this skill to be buffed up, the Death Frost. It costs like crazy. For Katarin it costs like around 11 magic. For other ice witches it costs more than that. Now, so Mirror of the Ice Queen. So you need, I was managed to get 3 of this, and this one works wonders anyway. So if you know how to form a blob around her. So she got I'll check the traits for, I'll showcase you the traits at the end of this video. But in the end, so yeah, I'll showcase the traits for traits which I have planned for Katarin at the end of this video. For now, let's check on the traits for the Frost Maidens. So the Frost Maidens, I got 10. Forget the Patriarchs. The Patriarchs are fine and all. So I have went for, these are the starting ones. So I don't have proper ones anyway. So melee defense 5 plus 5 for this Patriarch here. So Frost Maidens. So I went with the 10 Frost Maidens with martial encouragement. So martial encouragement is this one is not having that one. So this one has it. So melee attack plus 5%. So it buffs your melee attack for the entire units in the hero's army by 5%. So when you this one can stack. So that's the reason I went for this Doomstack, and as well as this one here. When they changed this one from means of magic power reserve capacity while increasing by percentage when increasing to means of magic power reserve capacity plus 5, I had this Doomstack going on my mind. So as well as when I finished this campaign on the live stream, while completing the campaign after winning against multiple green skin armies at the end of the end game crisis, I got a green skin end game crisis for this campaign. Before, when I started this campaign, there was no ultimate what's that one? Ultimate end game crisis scenario. But I was halfway into this campaign when ultimate end game crisis showed up. So I had martial encouragement of 10 martial encouragement Frost Maidens here in this Doomstack. You can able to check it anyway. So now let's check on their equipments. So I think we are done with our trades now. So the other traits doesn't matter. So you just need martial encouragement for this Doomstack to work. You can able to do this one before 195 turns, but you have to work hard anyway. So I thought about this idea of making this Doomstack during this campaign around after 130 or 140 turns. I'm not so sure. It's been ages since I thought about it, and I worked very late for this Doomstack to work. So the last 3 days, before sending the video file to Legend of Total War, I worked hard for this Doomstack, making this Doomstack for the past 3 days anyway, before sending the file. Anyway, let's jump in with our equipments. So but it's better to showcase you the traits which I have planned for Katarin. So we had Deep Cleaner here. The important ones I'm going to showcase you. 10 points, 8 points percentage here. What do we got? So due to your ability defeating Azazel there, Troll Hunter, defeat Throg, Doomslayer, Arcane the Everchosen, Belacor Straight here, Skull Exonator here, Green Skin, so Pride Assassin, so defeated Sigvald the Magnificent. So this one took a lot of time actually. So this one it took a lot of time for me to achieve this one. I would have easily achieved this if Sigvald managed to declare war on me, but he didn't declare war on me before 120 turns, I think so. So we got a Valkyr's defeat trait as well, melee attack plus 5, and Immortal Unbeloved, which is the defeat trait from Malekith. So that's a video coming up with Malekith, how I achieved Malekith's defeat trait, which I'm going to showcase in on a separate video. Now, so jump in for the next Kisle's items anyway. So let's see here. We do have crystal clock. What's it %? So this quest battle is here. It's pretty much hard when you are having an missile per hybrid infantry units, but with the Snow Leopard Doomstack, I was managed to achieve this one with pretty much ease. I have showcased a video for this one too. Make sure to check my channel for this video, how I achieved that this quest item with just using Snow Leopard Doomstack. You can check it on my channel there. So Frost Fang is easily obtained anyway, which provides melee attack +6 for Katarin. So she's having 94 melee attack here, but on the battlefield she will have 117 melee attack and 81 melee defense. So right now she's not having it. So while in the battle, so there are a lot of buffs which I'm going to showcase you now. So they will buff the buff Katarin here. So Talisman of Preservation providing her with the WhatsApp +16%. Saint Anushka's fingerbone, sorry, it's not fingernail, fingerbone provides regeneration. So heal per second 0.2% for the nearby unit. It kind of applies to a single unit, not the entire unit. That's the reason I'm having a 3 Patriarch, and also you don't need this Patriarch for this Doomstack. You can have more Frost Maidens, but the thing is, for Frost Maidens, I don't have that capacity when I started this Doomstack. When I combined this Doomstack, actually, so when I combined all the Frost Maidens on Katarin's army, I don't have that many capacity for them. So right now I have 24 capacity for them, but before getting them there, and also they need to be at a high rank. So for recruiting them at a high rank, I need to get to Prague. So from Prague, and the location where we are at is too far away. So that's the reason I haven't attached more Frost Maidens for this army. It will take longer turns. So I don't want to do it. So this is the far as I can go for this campaign. So I pushed myself for this campaign is due to the fact I need to make this Doomstack. That's the reason why I went for this one. So now Saint Anushka's Fingerbone don't work on Snow Leopards. I have tried using that one on multiple occasions. It didn't work, but for Catters and heroes, they kind of applies anyway. So it is very helpful if you have more than that. So I have more than enough for this Doomstack too. You're going to see that anyway. So now for the Patriarchs, the thing is, I have removed most of the stuff from the Patriarchs for all the heroes and for all the Patriarchs around the map, and I put every single of them on the Frost Maidens. So look at this stuff here. I have a lot of equipments, but it's not enough for every single of my Frost Maidens still. So you will be seeing like a couple of them without having any talisman in this army. So Patriarch, we do have Elmer discard, reduces the melee defense. This is a debuff item, so melee defense minus 24 and melee attack minus 24, works in a blob. So 35 meters range, again 35 meters range as I mentioning before. So it does provides debuffs for the enemies around you in a blob. So next up, what we have, Dawnstorm physical resistance. Mace of Hellstorm provides melee defense +5, but you'll be having flaming attacks. So we are going up against Valkyria's forces, Corn units mostly. So they do have some fire resistance. That's the reason I haven't used this ability. So ability on the Patriarch as well as the Frost Maiden. Some of the Frost Maiden does have this weapon too. So I haven't used this ability at all. So for if it is an Nurgle faction, so I would have used this one. You can use this one. So now for the Downstone and the Everfull Kovish is kind of acts as an what's that one? Ice Maiden's Kiss spell. It works very similar to the Ice Maiden's Kiss case, but you need to be using this ability near the heroes. So near the heroes are the Lord which are having this equipment. You need to be very near to casting very near to this to them. So for this to work, if you cast it from 10 meters away from them, it won't work. But the casting duration, the range is 15 meters. There you go. So it's not 10 meters, it's 15 meters range. So you need to cast it before within the 50 meters range. So that works very similar to Ice Maiden's Kiss. It's not a big deal anyway. So if you know how about Ice Maiden's Kiss, it doesn't need further explanation. It does have 3 uses only. Now for the next one, so we do have Charm Shield. As I was saying before, I have removed every single of the good items from the Patriarchs and give it to every single of the Frost Maidens out there. So we do have Executioner's Axe. It provides stunnering attacks, weapon strength +20%, but it reduces the melee attack for this one here by 5. So not for the other ones, it reduces the melee attack by -5. So sundered attacks reduces the armor for your enemies by 30%. So that's nice boost too. and we do have Talisman of Endurance on him. So then for the next Patriarch, we do have only Helm of Discord, that's it. So I have removed every single of them as well. So now for the Frost Marines. So we do have Iron Armor. Iron Armor provides speed, there's a debuff with this passive debuff with this item. So it provides speed minus 10% and melee attack, reduce the melee attack for the enemies by minus 8%. I'm not so sure this some of the items here will stack or not, but I think some of them will stack. I'm not so sure which one stacks and which one doesn't stack. So let me know in the comments below. So if you know which one stacks and which one don't stack, that way I can able to know it better, and also the other guys can know it better. So I haven't went into this detail at all. I can do it, but I don't want to do it, so I'm not going to touch Kislev anytime soon. So I have done most stuffs for Kislev, both in Realm of Chaos map and in on the Immortal Empires map as well. So melee attack minus 8, so works under effect range is 35 meters, as I said before. Everything is 30 to 60 meters range, so you need to keep in that's the reason I went for a blob one. So every single of the items on the stuffs works in a blob. So Giant Blade provides weapon strength plus 15 and the bonus is infantry, such as blue item. So Luckstone are given it. So one Osman Speculum reduces the base weapon damage by 30%, melee defense minus 24, melee attack minus 24. So this is one of the best items for Kislev as well. The green items along with the Helm of Discord. This you can able to cycle around this debuff items are on every single of the heroes. So I kind of had some of them. So as you can see, I don't have any arcane item. As I mentioned before, you need more if you want to make this Doomstack more powerful. You need more Mirror of the Earth Queen. So I don't have it, as I mentioned it before. I have only 3. So now moving on to the next one. So I have given it Armor of Fortune, Axe of Thor, Seed of Rebirth. Seed of Rebirth is another good item for Kislev. Provides passive ability is regeneration 0.1% there. Duration is infinite. Enabled if leadership is higher than broken in melee. So while using this Doomstack, most of the leadership for the enemy units will be broken. So will be less than what we have here. So it's better to have this one like more than 2 to 3 of them. So Seed of Rebirth is a nice item. I think I have like 3 of them here for this Doomstack. So we do have another Finger Bone here, Mirror of the Screen again. So enough for the next one. So Iron Armor, we had seen one more. So we are having one more, sorry. So we have seen another one before. So Maze of Hellstorm, I have explained it before. So Blood of the Motherlands is a nice item to have. So another nice talisman coming out for Kislev. So melee increases the melee defense plus 5, expert challenge defense 35 meters, effect range is 35 meters as usual. So it's a passive ability too. So Ballistic of the Array is another nice item to have for Kislev. It increases the melee defense plus 5 and melee attack plus 5 for 35 meter effect range, and affects allies in range all. So everything works in blob, as I mentioned before. So we do have another Mirror of the Earth Queen. So next, moving on, I have put glittering skills. I am pretty sure glittering skills can't stack, sorry. So can't stack, but I'm not so sure. So let me know in the comments below, as I mentioned before. So glittering skills reduce the melee attack by 5 for surrounding enemies. So we do have another Maze of Hellstorm here. Hellstorm. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. If I get the pronunciation wrong, sorry dude. Sorry guys. Anyway, yeah, Talisman Downstone here, and we do have another Ballistic of the Array. And moving on, we do have another Helm of Discord here. Rhyme Blade provides melee attack plus 10 for her, not for the entire army. So Rhyme Blade provides melee attack plus 10. So now you can melee attack plus 10. So you have 89 melee attack when compared to this one here, 79. So that's the difference anyway. So Pigeon Plucker Pendant, I had 1 or 2 of them. It's due to the fact that it will further reduce the melee attack of -5 and speed minus 10% debuff applied to the flying units. So if I encounter any flying units, it will reduce their melee attack by this much anyway. So we do have other Trickster Shard, which reduces spell distance to the nearby enemies. Effect range is 55 meters, and it's a passive ability too. This is a nice one. So if you are going to use magic, so which we are going to use it, which I have used it on the battle, which I showcased it for the Frost Maiden Doomstak. So this one is a nice one to have. We do have one more other Trickster Shard coming up. I'm not sure if this one stacks as well or not. I'm not sure. Anyway, moving on for the next one. So another Trickster's Helm here. Armor plus 2, melee defense plus 5, ward save plus 10%. And we do have Frost Shaped Glaive. This one is a nice item to have. So it reduces the melee defense plus minus 40 for a single entity unit, so single unit there, and reduces the speed minus 45% as well. Enemies in range, so I usually go with this one for enemy characters or enemy single entities, so it will reduce their melee defense by 40% and you can easily finish them off. And the duration is 30 seconds too, it's a nice duration too, and the range is 50 meters, cooldown is 120 seconds. Talisman of Enters, we are having another one, so another Anushka's finger bone. You can able to cycle through this Anushka's finger bone, which I have done in the video. That will keep the units at full health. So we do have another martial encouragement here as well. Gambler's Armor, Axe of Thor. Axe of Thor is a nice bombardment spell. So this equipment provides a bombardment spell, so it can be used 3 times and it provides a lot of damage as well. So you can able to check it on my other videos. I have gone with the Patriarch. So usually I'll put it on the Patriarchs now. Since this is a Doomstack here, I should give it to them, so they need further buffs. It doesn't provide anything better than this bombardment spell, but this bombardment ability is nice to have. So another Seed of Rebirth here, another Balalaka of the area, we are having it on her. So now for Armor of Destiny, we are Armor plus 5, physical resistance 5% and Warsaw plus 10%. Sword of Bloodshed, this is another good item for Kislev. It increases the melee attack by plus 10, so the other one provided plus 10, so this one increases the melee attack plus 12. So Blizzard Brooch provides stock and unstable for the unit, but I don't really usually, I do have 1 or 2 left in the, so there you go. So another one here, I haven't given it on any of my on my Frost Maidens actually. So we do have another Van Ostman Speculum here. So Tix's Helm provides same thing which we have seen. Sword of Bloodshed, another one here. So White Cloak of Ulrich, this is the one I have to showcase you guys anyway. This is a good talisman actually. So it reduces the melee attack by -8 and reduces the speed by -5 for the nearby enemy units. And we do have another Tix's Shad here. Tix's Shad. Talisman Protection, Rhyme Blade, another one. So Glittering Skills here, another one. So what are we missing? So Armor of Meteor Kind is a nice one to have. Armor plus 10, what's a +10%? So Blood of the Motherland, same thing which we have seen before. Armor of Fortune here, Obsidian Blade. So Obsidian Blade provides weapon strength plus 8% and armor piercing weapon damage plus 100 for this unit. So you can able to see it here. So while we are having 333 weapon strength here, we do have 456 melee weapon strength here. And what it provides more? Weapon strength is 8% and armor piercing weapon damage plus 100. So this one provides armor piercing weapon damage. So the other one doesn't have it. Oh, this one does have it. Wait, every single of them have? Yeah. So every single of them have armor piercing weapon damage. But this one provides more. So weapon strength plus 100%, extra 100% there. So Star Rendering provides what's a plus 10% and one Ostman Speculum again. Gambler's Armor, Dust Brazier. This is another good item for Kislev. So even though it enables flaming attack for this one, so for this unit, not for the other ones anyway, and it provides vigor. It reduces the vigor per second by -1%, heal per second. It provides passive ability. These are passive ability, right? Yeah. While in melee, this one will trigger. So effect range is 35 meters. Another 35 meters here, and affected elites is all. So affects allies in range all, enabled in melee, and it provides melee attack plus 10 for this Frost Maiden, and it enables flaming attack for her. And what's the other one? So it reduces the vigor per second. So that's a nice deep buff to have. Opal Amulet here, full Corvish here again, Corvish. Glitter Scales again. Brass Cleaver. Brass Cleaver is another nice green item to have. Provides melee attack plus 8. So enabled. This is an passive ability, so it will trigger if we are engaging in melee. Sapphire allies in range all. There you go. So 35 meter range again. So this is a nice good item to have, but I'm not so sure if this one stacks or not. I think I have around 3 of them. We can check it in. So there you go, another Brass Cleaver. Yeah, there you go, another Brass Cleaver here. We do have a Steep Hunter's Horn. This one is a nice one to have. So bonus of lodge plus 100%, affects allies in range all, and effect range is 35 meters again. So duration is 20 seconds. Charge defense is lodge as well. It provides good buff items. This is a good buff item. Provides good. Okay, moving on to the next one. So we do have Armor of Shilveld silvered steel. So I ran out of armor and all the good other stuffs anyway. So now I'm going with the useless one. So fences blade provide melee attack plus 6, melee defense plus 6 for her alone. So not for the other ones anyway. So we do have another Balalek of the Artery. Why not? And armor of meteoric iron, we have seen it. A giant blade here. Sorry, oh, this is for the other ice switch. Anyway, so that's it for the traits. I have showcased the traits anyway. So let's check on the traits one more time. So I counted it before. So this one doesn't have martial encouragement. This one doesn't have it either. So this one doesn't have it either. 3. So 1 martial encouragement. 2, 3, 4, 4, still 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 martial encouragement for the Frost Maidens. Out of 15 I'm using 15 or 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Out of 16 I do have 10 martial encouragement. It's easy to get the martial encouragement is, and you can able to get a better result of this one too. So if you check on my, so there's one more here. No, this one is it. So if you check on my, this one here, this one does have a martial encouragement. Where is that one? So there's 1 or 2 provides martial encouragement. I'm totally forgot which one it is. So there you go. There's another one here. I can able to get over here, but it will have only rank 14 instead of a rank 23, which I can able to get from Prague. If I record it, I can able to raise the melee attack further with few more of them, but I don't want to do it. This is fine. So you need 3 PTX. If the battle turns into a bloodshed, like the battle is going very bad, the PTX will come in handy, and they do provide enduring devotion. They will increase your melee at defense plus 5. If you have more equipments, like if you have more Mirror of the Skin, you can have more Frost Maidens, but we don't have it, so we don't have more blue items, so it's better to go for this one here. So we do have 190. I think if this one can be increased further, let's end the turn and see this one. We'll see will it increase further. I'm still in a challenging stance again. So that's the end of this video here. I just want to see how much she can able to get wins up power reserve anyway. So if you have any doubts, let me know in the comments below. So I have explained as much as I possibly can. So if I missed out any of them, so make sure to let me know in the comments below. I think this is the best explanation I can able to give it for my video. So I'm pretty sure I'm not doing a proper job with the explanation, but I'm trying. So we'll get better anyway. We'll get better. Hopefully you guys can understand my explanation. Some people don't get it anyway. So for my other videos, there were a lot of things going on for the other videos in the comments. So they were okay. I have to order this one. This one is not easy. Death Fate. I don't care about this campaign anymore. I'll try to do a new campaign with Kislev if it is possible, with the same thing which I've done for this campaign, like the same Doomstacks, maybe. I'm not sure. And if you want a new Kislev campaign, so some of the people from Legend of Troll showed up, right? So if you want to see me do another Kislev campaign, I'll try to run a poll. This one is fine. I would have easily beaten this army before. I ran out of patience and didn't do a proper job with this one. I had my chance against him. I should have a win for the Doomstack. I lost a lot of territories after some time anyway. Since I'm not focusing on other steps, I was focusing on this Doomstack alone. Katarin was staying, doing nothing. She was idle for 20 turns before this one. Oh, that's nice. Is there an achievement unlocked for having this much money? And also I went for Tor, the devotion invocation of a Tor. So this increases melee attack plus 5% for all armies as well. So now how much magic we have? 180. So it kind of caps at 190. I expected that one. So anyway, so now you can able to see. So it caps around 180. So 190 is enough magic anyway. And with this army, you don't need magic most of the time. But if you need more, you can able to get more anyway. So I think, sorry, this is better. it's better to have more than what we need. So 190 magic is fine. Since Kisle's magic is kind of costly, I'll try to explain this one on a separate video, the magic for Kisle, how it works, and what are the things with the example running on the background while explaining this stuff. Anyway, so I'll try to make it anyway before, couple of times before, but I found that videos are pretty much weak, so I try to explain it in a separate video soon in the upcoming days anyway. So that's it for this one here. Let me know in the comments below how you think this Doomstack is. Anyway, I was having this idea for so long. Probably some of you managed this one before, this Doomstack here before, but I tried to go with what I had in my mind. So every single of the Doomstack out there is kind of different from each other's one. So there's a slight variation in each of the Doomstack anyway. So you can have different variation with this one too. As I explained it before in my Stone Dependent Doomstack. So there are a lot of variation you can get from each of the Doomstack too. There are different ways to build a Doomstack. This is one of the ways. So for elemental base too, you can have more than one. Where's that one? So you can able to have more than one patriarch here as well, but I went with this one here. So this is what I felt with them. So the elemental base kills more than the patriarch, and you don't need more healing for the elemental base due to the fact that they do have passive regen, and she provides some magic support too. You can have tempest magic for this army too, but I went with ice magic. I prefer ice magic more since it does less damage to our units when compared to tempest magic. Tempest magic, if you drop a huge blizzard on top of your units, it will do a lot of damage when compared to the enemies doing damage to your units. That's the reason I mostly don't use tempest magic, but you can able to achieve better result with tempest magic too. So if you are using a blizzard from this army, you can able to drop it down or nearby to our units, but don't drop it on your own units. So it will cause some damage to your units too. But it's negligible, but you don't need to do it anyway. So it's better not to take damage for units. Who knows? It will turn the tide of the battle. So it did turn the tide of battle for most of the time on my campaign, even for this campaign too. It's a friendly reminder. I mean, you can able to manage it too. It's not a big deal. Anyway, that's the end of this one here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and you probably learned something from this one. So I've specifically reiterate that one again. So it's better to inform you guys on it. So that's it for this one. I didn't explain it on the battle video. Is due to the fact that this one needs to be explained separately. Anyway, that's the end of this one here. Bye for now. See you guys on the next video. Bye for now.